So over the last couple of weeks, I've been focusing on trying to build my morning routine so that it becomes routine, because we know that if we have routine, then our lives become simpler. So after I help my wife get the kids out the door to school, or I take the kids to school, I generally have a turn on my smartphone, and then I check and see what's going on for the day. And for those of you who know me, know that my three favorite social media sites are Quora, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I'm on the wagon on Quora, because if I go on Quora, I'm gone for an hour, because I love answering questions, I love asking questions, and that's what Quora is about. But Twitter, to me, is a great place to have conversations with people that you've never had conversations before, as is LinkedIn. But for me, Twitter is a great place for me to catch a quick snapshot. Today, when I open up my feed on Twitter, I see a conversation, or actually a transcription of between two famous individuals in the San Francisco startup scene, at Naval and Startup Boy, where they're talking about engineering and building and sales. And Naval said that he would much rather have an engineer who can build product, because he can always teach them how to sell it. And that if you have the combination of between the ability to engineer and build product and sell, you have superpower in the startup world. Unfortunately, I don't agree. While sales is a learned skill and something that you can develop, and those skills over time, you need four things in order to be a successful sales professional. The first thing is you need to be insanely curious. You have to be willing to ask questions that people have never asked questions before. You have to be interested in people, you have to be interested in processes, and you have to constantly asking the question, why? The second thing is that you have to have empathy. And that means that you have to actually feel the pain of your clients or prospects and the people that are around you. Now, I wasn't really good at this at the beginning. When I was in my early 20s, I didn't have empathy for anything. But it's something that I've developed seriously over time. The next to last thing is grit. If you don't have grit, you don't have the ability to keep going and persist until it's time, until you're getting it done. If any of you have been in sales, you know you've spent an entire day on the phone and not talked to a single person. You spent the entire day driving around talking to people, and you've got nothing. Grit is what keeps you going to the next day. And the last thing is a desire to serve. So if you don't have a desire to serve, you're not going to be successful in sales. So people who are successful sales professionals are curious, are empathetic, have grit, and want to serve everybody.